The following is audio on how to help prevent the spread of certain illnesses and diseases. Hi, I'm Brad, and I work for the CDP, the Center for Dumb People. We just wanted to send out an informative video on how to keep yourself healthy and reduce the risk of illness. Here with me is Dr. Zinfla Savaza with some tips. Make sure to touch face a lot, for sure more than is usual. Make sure, when sneezing, you use the person close to you as a sneeze guard. Don't worry about washing your hands, just spit in them and rub it together till dry. And lastly, to avoid touching doorknobs, make sure you open every door with your mouth. Well, there you have it, folks. Great ways to prevent disease. And if you start feeling sick, don't worry. All that toilet paper you bought will save you. This video was not sponsored by R&R Reviews. For more ways to get sick, check out goop.com. For content that won't put you at risk, check out R&R Reviews. You can check them out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube. For more ways on how to be healthy, we recommend you listen to no one on the internet, including Alan Crumweedy, and only follow the advice of those with a proper background, such as the CDC. Welcome to the Cinema Club. R&R Reviews. As always, our review will be spoiler-free. In the spirit of all things pandemic, we wanted to take this week and review something a little bit topical. Something released more than a few years ago. The epidemic disaster movie, Contagion. Really, we had no choice, since they canceled every movie and closed all the theaters. We should have been viewing Quiet Place 2. Nevertheless, R&R fights to bring you the best content we can. So, we're gonna stop the recording right here. So when they close the theater, we do the next best thing. Wait for it. Video on demand. You don't even have to rewind it. So as you may have guessed, Contagion is a film about a virus that infects one person but then is passed around and around and around until it spreads into a global epidemic. It begins to consume lives and overwhelm every system in society until chaos begins to run rampant. It's how the story is told that makes it so intriguing. It follows the inner working of several different lives and families, all affected differently. We gave Contagion a 6 out of 10 points. Normally, a film like this would be a convoluted mess, but this story is pieced together in a way that keeps us on the edge of our seat. It's kinda like this director is really good at telling stories from several different people's points of view. So good, I bet he could do 3 movies about casino heists. Stay with me. One of them, it would be with 11 dudes, right? And then maybe the other one, the next one, would be with 11 dudes and 1 lady. Yes, I know this sounds crazy. But the last one, it would be with 13 people. I know, mind-blowing, right? Guess what we would call them? Casino heists with 11 people.
Moving on.
During the current world events, this film feels a little bit too real. As this virus progresses, the world around it begins to take precautions. Precautions that are very similar to the precautions the world is taking at this very moment. Surrounding a virus originated in a very similar place and very similar social influencers putting out very false facts. It definitely adds a little extra suspense to the film. The scariest thing about this film is how quickly it can become reality. Now, before anyone freaks out, remember that this is a film, and it's told in a dramatic manner. And that's what makes it so entertaining. What we are currently facing is not even close to the scale of this film's story. Not even close. This film is fictional, and nothing has come even close to being as drastic as the events in this film. At least, not anywhere near our lifetimes. As we said, the film follows several stories throughout the period of this pandemic taking place. It stays story-focused though. There really isn't much development for our characters. We are focused on their reactions to the world around them, rather than focusing on getting to know these characters. There are countless actors here. We see tons of cameos from this ensemble cast, which shouldn't surprise us too much considering this project was helmed by Steven Soderbergh, who is clearly familiar with a large ensemble cast. Like, so familiar with him that he could probably do like 3 heist films with like 11 to 13 people. Having directed the Ocean's 11 remake and its 2 sequels, and films like The Laundromat, Logan Lucky, and Side Effects, Soderbergh has a niche, Naichi, Nikki, Nashaya. Soderbergh has a niche. Soderbergh has a niche with a large cast and multiple storylines running all at once. In fact, it's nearly become a trademark for his work. Let's be honest though, none of these actors really stick out to us. They all give solid performances, but nothing that particularly stands out from the rest. This isn't even the kind of film that needs character actors, even though we have some high-paid, Oscar-winning actors here. The truth is, just about any set of actors could have been thrown in this, and it would have turned out the same. And maybe if people wouldn't buy candles smelling like a specific thing, or shove eggs in places that they don't belong, or steam things that don't need steaming, we wouldn't create new harmful medical issues. But I saw it on the internet, so it must be true. Next, we are brought to the score. This film has a very ominous score, but it has 2 very well blended states. A side that makes a silent, deadly enemy come to life while striking fear, panic, and insight into the viewers, with how real this could be. Another side that somehow makes you feel hopeful that the future is safe, and that we can conquer any feat that comes at the human race. It's needless to say that the score plays to the film's emotional well-being. Serious music make me feel worried though. Of course, when it comes to the visual effects, there really aren't many. This film relies heavily on practical effects and specific details in their sets. The film has almost a green tone to it that gives us a dirty, grimy feel, and makes us want to go take a shower and scrub our hands when it's over. Surely this is all part of Soderbergh's master plan to make this film feel very real, trying to paint a picture of what a crumbling society looks like. Crumbling because of a deadly disease, that is. Not because it's toast, which is inherently very crumbly and gets everywhere when you try to eat it. Not only do you have to avoid dripping the jam, but also avoid dropping crumbs.
Shut up!
Huh? Oh, sorry. And that is why you should wash your hands. Overall, this is definitely worth your time. R&R recommends Contagion as long as you can handle it. It's scary, but hopefully not scary enough to cause people to freak out and buy everything up at the store, including all the toilet paper. Oh, yeah, that already happened. Well, guys, stay safe out there during this quarantine. That's all we have for today. Try your best to follow all guidelines while we go through this quarantine. And just remember that we need to have each other's backs right now. Alright guys, until next time, remember, it's always a beautiful day in the cinema hood, even when you're forced to stay in your home and be bored out of your mind. Video on demand. You don't even gotta rewind it.